Welcome to my Williston Scholar presentation. And as Emily have introduced me, my name is Khanh, and some of you possibly know me as the stage manager for the folk plays or the Trojan Woman. But I'm here today as a student of the Williston Scholar class. And well, my as you, my Williston Scholar project is a director pitch. And a director pitch is a process that a director and a producer go through before they start making the play. And so the pitch for the play that I'm working on called The Reflection of a Rock Lobster by Burgess Clark, based on a book by A. Ron Fricker. So what's the play about? I'm sorry. Well, the play is about a court case between Aaron Fricker and Robert Lynch, dated back in the 1980s. And the play essentially is Aaron, who is an 18 years old student at Cumberland High School in Rhode Island, took his board of school to Rhode Island Supreme Court in order to bring his boyfriend to prom. And yes, and it's a very interesting court case because it's one of the very first legal battle between the LGBT community and the board of school. Well, and why am I doing this play? Well, before I start working on this play, I found out some really interesting statistic about the gay community. For example, last year, the Human Rights Campaign, which is a human rights group that fought for gay rights, did a statistic on children on teenagers from age 13 to 17. And what they found out is that 4 out of 10 teenagers did not feel like they belong to their community. And also twice the amount of teenagers in the LGBT community feel to being abused and bullied in high school. And more further statistics found out that the biggest problem for LGBT teenagers is that they don't feel like they belong in the environment and their community. While in the meantime, the straight community the non-LGBT students feel like their biggest problem is grade and exam. And this is some more statistic on how much bullying an LGBT teenager actually face. And as you can see, there is a significantly difference between the two community. So why did I also pull up all of these statistics for you guys? Well, one of the other main reasons is that my vision for this play is going to be, the target audience for my play is going to be a teenager from age 13 to 18, which means around most of you guys. And this is also the most vulnerable age that a teenager have. This is when they define themselves as a person, what their identity is, and how they feel about people around them. And so in order to make them feel safe and being accepted, I came up with this play. Also, I chose The Reflection of a Rock Lobster because it's a play with a great ending. There have been many other play in American history that fought for LGBT rights. For example, is Angel in America, Fun Home, Rent, and Pride. But if some of you have watched them, you know that Angel in America have the character die. Oops, spoiler. Well, Fun Home, yep, someone die. More spoiler. Rent, someone die. More spoiler, sorry. And well, Pride, not so bad, but they didn't end the way that the Reflection of the Rock Lobster end. The Reflection of the Rock Lobster, spoiler alert, end with everyone dancing, like any Shakespeare comedy play. So, well, that was the vision part of my play. So down to more practical idea, since my play is to promote to acceptance from in community, I proposed that my company, my theater group, would be a traveling theater company. So we pack light, we go from place to place, and we give them a hell of a show. But there are several problems with that. The first problem, as you can see, is that the character list for the play. And if it's too small for you to count, I can tell you that there are 27 characters, and it's not a small character set. In order to deal with this problem, I propose that we can double cast and triple cast some of the characters, mostly for practical idea. So by doing so, we can reduce the number of cast down to 10 or 12 members. Also, including in that is that we also need a crew about 3, a stage manager and 2 run crew. And another problem that I faced during this in creating this pitch is how can I make a stage? So I asked Emily for help, and she proposed to me, well, how about a black box theater? She said, and so I looked into it, and a black box theater is basically just one black stage, empty black stage with projection using in place of a set. The basic stage with minimal equipment, so it's awesome for a traveling company that go for non-profit play. So, well, as you can see, I built a set model for my own stage. It would look like this, with projection image as the set design, one small black stage, and mainly the audience sit around. And this morning, my friend Kim Stanley asked me a really good question, like, how can you make a black box theater in somewhere that you cannot make a black box theater? And I told her, well, I guess I just bring a couple buckets of paint then. And another great feature about black box theater is that you can do it virtually anywhere. In a tiny, tiny room, in the town hall, outside, it doesn't matter. You can do it anywhere. And also, my idea for the set is that I'm going to use projection in place of an actual set, as you see in every other play. Like this one probably will be the projection for the first scene of the play, when Aaron and his classmates is saluting the American flag to begin the new school year. Well, this might be difficult to see, but this is the alley where Aaron gets bullied by his friends. His house, the courtroom where he fought for the right to bring his boyfriend Paul Gilbert to prom. And well, that was mostly done for my project. And the thing about my project is that it seems simple enough, but it's not simple at all. Like, I spent almost a week just building the stage. It's insane. It takes a lot of time, but it's a brilliant idea. And well, some challenge I've faced during the process of making all this possible is that I have to have to plan scheduling, have to come up with some idea, and also the problem with money. Like a play is not cheap and it's not easy to make. So how would I accommodate the problem of money? And well, the thing is that it's actually really simple task to deal with it. Since mine is a non-profit theater company, we rely mostly on donation from the community, and we just simply, hey, we're here, we are going to do a show to help you guys understand something. And since it's mostly high school students, what school could possibly say no? And yes, I know I'm being way too optimistic here. Well, that's all for my project. If you have any question, please ask away. Any question at all? Well, go for it. No, this is a pitch idea. So basically, it's like we never do the play before. Although Emily is really, really want to do this play at some point, but I doubt that she could get it through Mr. Tulea, though. Since I mean, the language of the play alone is not something that he would want to do. I'm sorry, Mr. Tulea. Well, another question, please. Go for it, Henning. Well, the costume part is it's a fantastic question because the thing is that as a traveling company, we can only pack light. And the thing is that I was inspired by Italian comedians to actually create the traveling idea. So, so for costume, we probably will do makeshift with what we have. And since they're a high school student, and also the most fancy thing you could possibly have is two pieces of suit. So how hard could it be to just get them? Well, I guess I have time for one more question, please. Well, go for it, Noah. Well, actually, the play has already been written. So a director pitch is that we take a play from a person and we adapt it into our own idea. That's what a director pitch is. It's not the other way around that we have an idea for the play and we have to find someone to write it. Well, I guess that's all I have time for. So thank you, everyone.